Hey everyone, a nerd named Mark here, and today I'm going to be doing some comic book videos. A couple actually, but this is going to be the first of a few that I'm recording. So if you follow the podcast, been listening over the last year and a half or so, I haven't been pulling DC comics, and I haven't really been pulling much Marvel. Once the Alamed run for Miles Morales Spider-Man ended, I was like, you know what, I'm not doing another start over from issue one with something. Most of my comics now are a lot of Image, a lot of Boom, obviously Power Rangers, House of Slaughter, obviously everything from the Massive Verse, which I talk about a lot on my podcast. But with Dawn of DC coming out, I was like, yo, let me check this out because my friend Rolliver Queen over on YouTube, go check him out. Been on there a few times, talk Power Ranger, and if you want good like comic breakdowns of sales and someone who actually reads comics to talk about the comics instead of people that rage about stuff on Twitter and make comic book videos and don't actually read them. And you want some actual knowledge and like someone who's reputable, who actually enjoys and is a fan of comics and spends their money, go check out his channel. Like, please, it's really good. Um, so he was hyping up Green Arrow, always, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. What's $3.99? What's $4.99? Let me go to my local comic book shop. Let me pick up this Green Arrow #1 for Dawn of DC. And oh, hit my mic. I didn't know it's been a while since Green Arrow had a comic. I like little history of my DC stuff. Uh I went in heavy on Blackest Night, then Brightest Day, and New 52s. After that, I pulled little things here and there. Um, just kind of fell out because I was getting burnt out, and also I have a lot of comics. I think I've surpassed 8,000 in my collection, which a lot of people are like, that's not a lot. It is a lot for me. Especially when you talk about how many times I've taken breaks. But I just DC wasn't like really appealing too much to me. I was also trade waiting on a lot of stuff, which that's basically what I do now. I trade wait for DC and Marvel. But I read this and I was like, I don't know. Uh, I didn't read, Dark Crisis of Infinite Earth. I didn't know how I was going to be able to like get into this issue, if I was even going to be able to get into it. But it was very easy. Joshua Williams is the writer on this, and Joshua does a great job of kind of giving you the gist of things, so to speak, and the overview, a reintroduction without wasting a lot of pages to it. So we get the reintroduction to Oliver Queen. I did like how the comic started off with Oliver waking up on a beach and he's like, "Oh no, not again," because thinking he's on another island, but that's not the case. He's in another world or dimension. I do like it. Kind of gave us a long overview of Oliver's history in DC, and then we go back to Gotham where everyone is, and I'm like, everyone's in Gotham. This is new, and they spend like a little like page here and there split up to introduce everyone to like the family, the Arrow family, I guess I'm gonna call it. So we get introduced to like Harper, Connor Hawk, Black Canary, and the whole time I'm like, okay, well I know Roy Harper and I know Black Canary. I'm like, who's Connor Hawk? Who are these other people? Because I'm not the most knowledgeable person on Green Arrow from a comic standpoint. Um, Most of the time I read like the Green Lantern crossovers because I'm a huge Green Lantern fan, and I really enjoyed kind of like, okay, here's everyone. The introductions were handled well while also pushing forward the story because it's just the first issue. Okay, you're not going to get a bunch of, it's not. It didn't feel like an information dump on you. It was a very easy read and easy to follow, which I love. Anytime I want to get into a new comic book series or return to something, if it's an easy read for me, and to the not easy as in like not big words and stuff, but like from the standpoint of I can sit down and read this, know what's going on, and not really feel in the dark about where the character is and like their story and what's going on with them. This explained everything well. Like Joshua Williamson did like a great job of that. Um, I do like that we I didn't know Roy had a daughter. Um, and something happens, they get teleported away, and now they're in the Manhunter, like some domain where there's Manhunters, and I'm like, we got Manhunters. I was like, okay, I'm on board with this, and then you know, the stinger at the end, spoiler, Oliver says flat out, we can't go home. And the everything about this, like, I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on from the standpoint of why they're in this other world, like fully what's going on. But Amanda Amanda Weller's name was dropped. So I was like, well, I don't know what that means. So I had to go out and pick up the Dawn of DC primer, so I know what the hell is going on with this stuff. I'm hoping I don't have to read everything else, like Superman, Titans, Superboy. Like, I don't hope I don't have to read all those. I really just want to stick to Green Arrow. I also did, right before starting to film this one, because I picked this up a couple days ago, I did pick up Green Lantern #1 now that it came out this week, or last week, and I need to read that because I'm like, I heard that was good too, and I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. I mean, I got the tattoo here. Give it a share. I have a big lantern symbol on my back. So I'm like, okay, maybe Green Lantern is gonna be hitting good. I need to check that out. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. This got me. Like, I actually, when I went to go pick up my Green Lantern issue, I added Green Arrow to my pull list. I know. I know. I added DC to the pull list. Who would have thought? I think the last thing I was like tried to get into was the Deceased or DC versus Vampires. Because I was like, oh, it's just a quick little. And I stopped after like 3 issues, and I was like, you know, I'll wait for the trade. And I might not even get the trade for that, honestly. And I tried to get into like Deceased, and I couldn't get into that. So I'm really excited. Dawn of DC, like the Green Arrow. Like, I don't think in my history of comic book collecting I've ever had Green Arrow on my pull list. This is the first time, and I'm 37, and I've been pulling comics for a really long time. So no, it's a really good issue. Like, if you haven't already, go check it out. I know it got extended now. It's 12 issues. I have 10 or 12 issues now. So I was like, that's really cool. So I'm really curious to see what Josh Williamson is going to do with this run. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. If you have, let me know what you think. Let me know some other key Green Arrow runs if they're in trade form that I can like check out, because I'm real like, I've always liked Green Arrow. I just haven't really ever, I just never really pulled it. I've either read it online or Green Arrow's been a part of other runs. I've never actually just pulled solo Green Arrow stuff. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm very curious about that. That being said, I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.